Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We are going to jump into a regular run. We could do another challenge. I know Highbrow unlocks the Yara rune, but I think we're just going to do a regular run. Now, who do we want to be? Let's pop into the wiki real quick. Let me see. Isaac unlocks. Who's got the best unlocks? I think Judas has some really good ones. Yeah, like if we went Judas, we could get... yeah, Judas is pretty good. Azazel also is pretty good. Or, let's play a Judas run. I'm feeling it. Judas is nice and easy. 7+ heart containers might be something we want to target, and not picking up hearts for 2 levels. So if we can get to where we won't pick up any hearts for 2 levels, we'll keep an eye out for that. Judas, fun character. A lot of damage thanks to his base damage plus Book of Belial. We've got a seed here, R6, HF40R9, and we've got an item room right off the bat. And 7+ heart containers, here we come. There's 2. See if we can make it happen. Need more HP ups. You know what? Big room. Why not? Why not? It's not like these enemies are hard, but why not go ahead and crack this open? Got him. Got him. Okay, a key. Happy to have it. Yeah, so we've unlocked, because we did those 2 challenges, we've unlocked Tech Point 5 and Death's Touch in the item. So Death's Touch can show up in the Deals with the Devil. I think Tech Point 5 is only an item room item. It doesn't feel to me like it shows up anywhere else. It doesn't mean it doesn't show up anywhere else, though. It's a little tempting. You know, this is a big room as well. I'd love to use Book of Belial, but we've got the boss right around the corner. I'm not backtracking to that room all the way across the floor to get a charge. If you think that might happen, you don't know me. We are going to throw a bomb down here. I'll do it. Okay, there's another heart container. That's going to get us to 3. Good progress towards unlocking Maggie here. Book of Belial giving us an extra 3.99 damage. 99! Man, I'm just coming off the recording from the last episode because I'm doing 2. I did 2 in a row tonight. And you want to talk about a show that a newer show that really made me feel like comedy, like modern comedy still could wow me? Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love me some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. If you haven't watched it, very well written, hilarious show. Alright. So we did pick up PJs. PJs is awesome just because it's so much health. Does not count towards our 7 heart containers, though, because the soul hearts don't count. It's talking about red heart containers, I believe. When it comes to unlocking Maggie, so we still need 4 more. But I forget, his name slips my mind. The creator of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and The Office. So we talked about The Office last time too. You know what? Let's just do this. But he's known for creating, you know, LGBT characters who are not caricatures of an LGBT person, if that makes sense. Like Oscar on the Office, he's not really like a stereotyped gay guy. He's more like a stereotyped like Redditor or something. Same with Diaz, the character on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Do we want Common Cold? I mean, it's good. Rubber Cement. I don't really want Rubber Cement. That's more my speed. We'll take a little Toxic Shock. I do need to touch Rubber Cement eventually. Should definitely be. I mean, maybe we should just be taking whatever item just first comes up because we need to touch them. But come in here. You got to play this guy so many times to get Skatole unlocked, I think. I mean, you can play him to get it, but I think you have to play or I don't know if it's to unlock Skatole. But to unlock something, you have to play the 3 Skull Monty Man, I think 100 times or something like that. So we'll throw some money his way. I ain't mad about it. Okay. That's all we got. Sorry, dude. Toxic Shock. Toxic Shock does good stuff, and I believe scales with your damage, so feeling good about having this early on a run. Having it as Judas too, you know. If you're gonna get something that scales with your damage, having it as Judas, who starts with like a leg up on damage, good character to get it on. Let's roll. Alright, so as before, I mean, I think this run will stop at It Lives. I don't think we've unlocked the, like, permanent alternate path. And then we're, like, beholden to whether or not we get a portal down, whether or not we get a devil deal that opens up and gives us a portal. We have unlocked Krampus. I mean, I maybe should have just not taken that if we wanted to get the Red Hearts one, but it's going to come in time. And I wanted the Guppy Touch, to be honest. I'm going to keep Book of Belial, though. It's a close one. I do like Guppy's head a lot. Now, if we end up getting a bunch of HP upgrades that end up at, like, 6 hearts, I will be a little bit peeved at myself for making that decision. But, you know, it's the way she goes. Okay. Nope. Alright, I gotta remember, because I'm going back and forth between like challenges and regular runs here. I gotta remember there are item rooms. Don't skip the item rooms. Did I skip an item room already? I don't think so. We got less than 3 on the first floor, then Toxic Shock. We're good. Let's pull up some shrooms. Okay, okay. Not health down, which is good. I took the Guppy's head, but now I'm immediately going back to thinking maybe we could get to 7 hearts. I don't know, it could happen. Gotta get pretty lucky. It's also easier to get to, you know, 7 hearts once we have, like, the cathedral and the chest guaranteed unlocked, because it's just more time, and especially the chest, because you get so many items on the chest, and some of them can be HP upgrades, of course. So that does make it a little easier, but I don't think we'll have to... I don't know if we'll have to go all the way to the chest just to get Maggie unlocked. It doesn't strike me as... I don't remember it taking that long. Put it that way. I don't remember Maggie being like a late character unlock. It could happen, you know. That's the weird thing about RNG. Everybody's experience in this game, like what you unlock last, how long it takes you to unlock certain things, it's always different. Midas Touch. Not huge. But fine. Second secret room. No reason to go into the shop. It's not a tinted rock, is it? Nah. I think we just up out of here. We got I can see forever, so we can cut through there. And for our caves boss, we got a 45% chance of getting a deal with the devil. We could have gone into the shop just... Well, we don't have any bombs. I was going to say we could have gone in just to bomb a shopkeeper to get ourselves maybe up over a 50-50 shot at a deal with the devil, but it's not necessary. We'll just see if we can make it happen. But we didn't have a bomb anyway, so... Or any money with which to buy one if there were bombs for sale in there. Alright, I'm feeling less bad about taking the Guppy's head since we didn't get an HP up there. Makes it less likely that we were going to get to 7 full heart containers. Try to just be fast about it. Should have taken my time. You can dodge through there. And actually, I feel like I can do it relatively easily. if I take my time, but for some reason I just felt like Russian. Felt like Russian. Russian is a borderline not safe accent. It has to be like at least half decent to pull it off. Because there are some accents that just... there are some accents that if you try to do a certain accent, you're going to come off as terribly racist. And there's some accents that are totally safe. It mostly boils down to like... what countries has the U.S. fucked over in one way or another, I think. Like, you can do a French accent. You can do a Scottish accent. You can do an Irish accent. You can't do a Mexican accent. You can't do a Native American accent. You can't do an Indian accent. These are just unspoken rules. I mean, you can, but you will sound very racist. That's what it is. And especially if they're done poorly. If they're done amazingly well in the right context, you might get away with it, but still, probably don't. My advice would be no. Do something else, anything else to be funny. And then, like, some people get things in their head like that, and they go, no, like, that's not right. I should be able to do every accent. There's no difference. And you go, yeah, okay, like, there is no difference, but, like, there is. Because society says there is, and that's one of the things you have to be respectful and mindful of when you, like, participate in any humor. Know your audience. You don't make dead fetus jokes to your mom, and you don't do stereotypical Indian accents. I was around during a weird formative time in the internet, and there was a time when dead baby jokes were very much in. I don't know if those are still around. But there was a time when they were all the rage. Now the thing that's like that to me that is weird is the hashtag #MeIRL jokes, where it becomes hilarious to say that you want to kill yourself. That one I've never really gotten, but you know, to each their own. If you think it's funny, more power to you. Enjoy that humor. If it tickles your funny bone, you know, like we've discussed, humor is subjective, and I'm trying to not be an elitist about it and let you like what you like. But I don't get it. I don't know why I don't get it. I mean, I tend to have a pretty dark sense of humor. Depression and like suicide or something that like strikes very close to home. I really don't, and this is gonna sound crazy because when I explain this, it's gonna add this whole dark bent to the video, and it doesn't need to, because it's something that I've grown through and come through as a person, and I don't need you to say like, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. But I really don't think this is the reason why I don't like those jokes. But my father did, you know, take his own life. He was extremely clinically depressed. And it culminated eventually in him deciding to take his own life. But I even think if that weren't a part of me, even though it's inextricable from my very being, I really still don't think I would find those jokes funny. I think I just like... I don't find joking about super real character flaws funny. I guess for me it's almost the same as like joking about having a horrible marriage. Like some people think that's really funny. Like, oh, like, yeah. What was the super cheesy joke I heard the other day? It was like, oh, it's like what? It's like, oh, you never get sex? Like, I almost had sex 7 times this week. Almost on Monday, almost on Tuesday, almost on Wednesday, almost on Thursday, etc., etc. It's like, ha ha ha, being married, my sex life sucks. And it's like, that's like not, I don't know. Those jokes just aren't funny to me. I never like joking about like despising being with my wife or it being like a negative experience. Because that's not funny. I don't know. And like someone killing themselves to me. Like, that's not funny. And I don't know if maybe it is because I like actually had a real experience with it. And maybe every single person who jokes about that has never gotten, you know what, let's do it. Has never gotten, like close to that actually happening. Like to someone that they care about. Maybe that's the rub, I don't know. We took amnesia, so now I don't know where the fuck anything is. I don't know, maybe that's the difference. But man, people love to joke about hating being married. People will tell you. They will tell you. They will tell you that being a parent sucks. They will tell you that being married sucks. They will tell you that going to school sucks. Don't listen to them. Find out for yourself. I'm not saying I'm not a spirit of positivity kind of guy. But don't buy into someone else's negativity preemptively either, And especially, I think, when it comes to relationships, because I think a lot of times the people who say that being in a relationship or being married, etc., sucks, it's because it sucks for them. It doesn't have to suck for you. Cricket's head! Heck yeah, dude. Let's do this. Keep going. Tempting. That would give us like 2 HP. Let's take a dog tooth. I want the damage. We're more concerned, rather than unlocking Maggie or even like touching items, we're more concerned with just getting, shit. Getting what we need to get, like with Judas. Like, let's get the win. And then we can go from there. Thank you, dog tooth. But, everyone has their own road, and people will try to, like, prophesy your road as the same as theirs. And I wanna believe that it's well-intentioned, but I don't think it is. And I think that's the part that really rubs me the wrong way. Is like, here's a question that I guess I'm gonna like unpack out loud because I haven't even really considered it. What do people hope to accomplish when they say, like, so say I'm out with my friends, and this kind of thing has happened before, and I'm about to get married. I'm talking about getting married, and they say, oh, you guys like get along real well. Like, wait till you get married, everything changes. So what are they hoping to accomplish, I guess, is my question, by doing that? Do they think they're helping? Like, are they hoping to... Like, it almost seems like they're trying to subtly convince you not to get married? Or, like, maybe, like, make sure you're 100... Like, if they're well-intentioned, the only way I can look at it is maybe they're trying to, like, make sure you're 100% sure about the person you want to marry. But I don't think it's that, because they're, like... I think a lot of times they're projecting their own shitty marriage onto you. But then what's the purpose of that? Is it just to feel better about themselves, to convince themselves, no, everyone's marriage is like that? Maybe that's it. They convince themselves everyone's marriage is like that, and then they don't feel so shitty because it's like, you know, it's out of my control. That's just how marriage is. Well, then I come back after getting married, and I'm like, no, dude, life's pretty great. It was pretty great before we got married, and it stayed that way. We stayed the course. Because we talked to each other very thoroughly and communicated and knew who each other was before we got married. Like, I'm sorry that you fucked it up. You know? I mean, that's what it comes down to, I feel like. Like, you have a job to do when you're dating someone and then marrying them. Your job is to vet them. It's like an extremely long job interview. And I did it better than you did. That's how I feel. I mean, maybe I could, like, maybe there are some people who are like that. No. I got sort of sucked in there. Maybe there are some people. I want the vibrant bulb back. Maybe there are some people. I'm trying to get this freaking thought out. Maybe there are some people who are so good at hiding something or like being a different person that like you think they're one way, and then when you get married it turns out they are in fact an entirely different way. But to me it's like, oh, I really want Holy Mantle's super good, but I mean, how can you not? But to me it's like, no matter how good Casey was at hiding things, the amount of time we spent together, the things would have been revealed. And if they weren't, then it was just, Book of Belial doesn't stack, so this isn't going to do anything, but, and if they weren't revealed, then it was my fault, because I didn't pay enough attention, you know? So I think that's why, like, it rubs me the wrong way when someone tries to say, like, oh, that's horrible. Like, this will be so bad for you. Because I think a lot of times they're trying to, like, make that come true or convince themselves that it's true for you so that they feel better about their shitty life. If you think there's a much more, like, good-natured spirit behind those things, I'd love to hear it. I might be like, you know, demonizing what is just like a typical like sense of humor thing. But the thing is, I don't know. The people that I've heard these sentences from at times, I think they actually are in like, they're actually like unhappy raising their children, unhappy having their marriage. Like, I don't know. That was a very fast. You know, we'll take some fruitcake. Let's do it. This is a good run to have fruitcake on. I think there are sometimes, you know, maybe sometimes it does go the other way, where some of them are actually happy in their marriage, but for some reason they think it's funny to pretend not to be. But that's another one where that sort of blows my mind. Like, I don't understand why that would be funny to you. I guess. By the way, we did pick up Magic Mush. We got Magic Mush Tech X, so I mean, we're pretty much set. We are going to win. We're gonna defeat whatever we decide to, you know, conquer on this run. It will be defeated. So we should look, see if we can pick up or get whatever we could pick up or get. Like, I'll take a Gimpy. I don't know if we've had Gimpy yet. I will not take a Cursed Eye, both because I don't know that Cursed Eye really does anything with Tech X, and because we've already had it. Definitely already picked it up. And we got a second secret. I mean, I'll take it. There's no harm. There's, like, pretty much literally no chance we get to 7 heart containers at this point, but who knows, dude? RNG be weird-ass RNG sometimes. But I don't know. Basically, it's fallen off a little bit. There's not as much of it, but every now and then I see, like, a weird resurgence. But In definitely the late 90s, the early 2000s, there was a large segment of like comedy shows that acted like being married was horrible. Like not in the way that it seems horrible to people now, where it's like expensive and like, you know, monogamy is ridiculous and people are like not choosing to get married and there's more of like a gender spectrum and things like that. I don't know, but more so like the being married itself was like torture. And there was this segment of like comedies, particularly like Everybody Loves Raymond, King of Queens. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones, like maybe Martin to a lesser extent with Martin Lawrence. Who knows, dude? Maybe we'll get there. But you know, it was all like, I'm the husband who just wants to have fun, and my wife is such a nag. Like, well, we didn't get a devil deal, so that is gonna be the end of this run. Anyway, I love my wife. I love being married, and I don't want to, you know, make a joke at her expense that she's some ball and chain dragging me down and making my existence less than what it should be. She makes me better. And that's going to do it for this video. So we got It Lives and Boss Rush done, which is, let me take a look real quick before we wrap up the video. It Lives and Boss Rush for Judas. I was looking, so we unlocked Judas's shadow that popped up, and shadow, baby. Hooray. Alright. If we do the lamb path, we get curved horn as Judas. That'll be something we want to target eventually. Regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like or a comment. And if you'd like to see more Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus content and other content when it comes out on the channel, please subscribe. I'm Accidental Grenade, and as always, thank you so much for watching.